Hello everybody, my name is X Factor, and after taking a couple weeks off of Overwatch to play the Battlefield 1 Alpha, we are back playing some competitive alongside a Matimio. And what better day to start back up after a couple weeks off than when a patch drops on live. It's a pretty doozy one. It's really going to change the meta and the way that you play competitive, let alone the competitive scene. Number one, the one hero limit is now in just for competitive, so if you want to stack 6 Winstons on casual, you most certainly could still do that. If you want to go crazy with 6 Mercies, don't worry, I know that's a winning strat, a little bit imbalanced, you could still do that. But in competitive, it's 1 hero per team. So what other changes were made? A lot of the heroes were tweaked and for the better. My main man, McCree, that I played a ton of in beta because he was just basically a peacemaker sniper, hitless left click, wasn't a fan of his stun and fan the hammer combo, didn't really need it. That got some love. It used to be absolutely berserk in beta. They nerfed it, the damage drop off at range. Well, they seem to have restored most of that. Not sure if they've restored it all as I mess up and hit Zarya's bubble a couple times here, which definitely buffs her damage. So now his left click is closer to what it was in beta. So if you're a precision player, if you have good mouse control or good aim and you're good with the left click and you can get those headshots, the double tap is most certainly back. Remember, he can hit for up to 140 in the head. So if you get a double tap, that's 280. Not to mention if they're debuffed by Zenyatta, or if there's something else going on with your Mercy, or the new healer hybrid, which Matimio played a lot of once he got into it. It's an absolute lethal combination. So Zenyatta just brought him up. You're going to be seeing a lot more of it because he saw a lot of love. They increased the velocity of his orbs, and he is quite a bit more survivable, including when he's transcending. I believe they increased his movement speed. So McCree and Zenyatta we saw quite a bit of. And another one that was very vocalized in the community was D.VA. Really needed some love, got some love. Number one, when she goes nuclear, you have 3 seconds to pillar, get behind cover, or just simply get out of the way. So instead of 4, it's now 3. Not to mention, it won't kill her anymore. So you used to spit out of your mech, you used to have to go pillar, go hide, not get insta-gib, but now you don't really have to worry about that. In D.Va, they actually reworked her defensive matrix, the little laser light show that goes up when shots are incoming. Great for survivability. More importantly, great for stacking teammates behind, right, to help make pushes or holds. That actually was reworked completely. It's now like a cooldown-based system. You can hold it while you want it, go back to firing, hold it again, as long as you don't burn through the cooldown that quickly regenerates. So that completely changed how D.Va works, and she's extremely effective. So we saw her picked a lot. So I didn't just play with Matimio for a couple of rounds. I played a couple hours with Jack Frags, Level Cap, and Matimio, and a couple different community members and friends. So we had a 4 to 5 man going at any point in time until Matt and I split off. But no matter who I was playing with while playing some competitive today, we basically saw a D.Va on both sides pretty much every single game. And again, it was extremely effective, especially on the offensive side. But Jack Frags actually used D.Va on the defensive side, and what better way to get people off the payload or get a 4 or 5 bang than send D.Va's mech in hot. And it worked surprisingly well on defense. So look for that to be more of a commonplace. Even people who weren't D.Va primaries before or very good with her, there's actually a reason to kind of work on it now, along with Zenyatta. I found myself playing quite a bit of Zenyatta when we needed a hybrid healer. Maybe we didn't have a full healer and a half, which is a pretty decent setup when you go 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 2 DPS. With Zenyatta's DPS actually being pretty brutal at times because that increase in velocity, you're going to have more of a consistent hit when you're leading targets out. By the time I used Zenyatta for a couple of rounds, I had no problem leading out Pharah flying through the air, or even got Tracer quite a few times just in the head. Just absolutely filthy. So look for that to be more of a safe pick, not really limited on specific situations. Zenyatta is somebody that you should be able to feel comfortable playing pretty much in any map and mode. If you need a hybrid healer in DPS, let's say if you have a full Mercy or another Lucio or something like that. But again, your teammates have to be smart enough to recognize that you are playing Zenyatta, and they shouldn't get too far out of line of sight and should be smart enough to come back to you. So overall, this patch felt really good. I also felt really good getting back into Overwatch after taking a couple weeks off, as I'm about to drop in behind them. And remind them all to purchase a watch because they forgot what time it was yet again. Probably already asked yourself earlier in this round, hey, where's the first round? Funny story. While playing earlier with Jack Frags, Matimio, and Level Cap, as I mentioned before, I actually snapped my cable that goes to my Audio-Technica USB 2020 mic. Horrible, right? Well, because I use DxTory, in my opinion, the best software to record on with a PC, because you can customize your codec, the bitrate, all this crazy settings on the video side, and then have all of your audio on different lines. So when you go to open up your editing software, everything's split up. It actually turned off DxTory until I killed that line. It took me a little bit to remember how to do that. Like, wait, why isn't this recording? And what a horrible time for this to break. So I got to scurry to find a replacement cable, hopefully get shipped to me in the next couple days because I've got some trips to go on. So hopefully guys enjoyed the little update when it comes to Overwatch, playing alongside Matimio. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and enjoy the Prey of the Grain.
Play of the match. Helden sterben nicht.
It's high noon.